Can't do those YouTube intros that are like super nice, hey? No, anyway, I'm making this video to talk about my Strat. Well, it's not a Strat. It's a Levinson Sceptre Ventana, which is like the Levinson brand import copy of a Strat. And mainly I'm going to talk today about the vintage Trem, 6-screw Trem that I set up on it. If you're new to the channel, which is everyone, because I have no subscribers, my name's John and I play guitar, and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome. So I have it set up Jeff Beck style. Let's just get rid of that. See if you can see. It'll probably be easy if I take it off. Let's go this way. We'll go there. There you go. It's super raised. And a lot of people think you can't keep a vintage 6-screw Trem in tune. And to be honest, most of them are right. You're probably best having a Floyd Rose or the 2-screw, like 2-point Trem. But I'll just share some things that I've found that have really helped in getting it to keep in tune. So I'll give you an example. Let's see if I can flip this tuner. I mean, it'll be mirrored for you. Let's see. Let's get the B in tune. I'm still getting these strings a bit stretched, so probably not the best time to film this. But we'll do some whammy abuse. We'll do a clean version of Kickstart My Heart. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's see if it's still in tune. Going a little bit flat. A little bit flat. See, I'll be honest, with a floating Trem, sometimes it's honestly how you hold the guitar. So if I hold like this, so it seems like it's gone a little bit sharp. You go down, goes flat. And I was holding it there as well. Let's give it some more abuse. Okay, close enough. So let's do some things that should throw it out of tune. I'm only going down for now. And often bend on the G string, like what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. Did that put it out? Let's have a look. Yes, it did, massively. But hopefully that has stretched it out now. I mean, often when you first get it, you just do huge bends. They sound awful. Just to get things really stretched, or of course you can just go like this. And let's get it back in tune. Okay, it's back in tune. Try some bends again. G string usually knocks everything out. Still not returning fully. Let's do it again. Try. I mean, but I'll be honest, how often are you bending like this? Oh, there you go, it's staying in tune now. So stretch the strings. Let's do some more dive bombs. And then what I like to do is like make a home base. So you do a huge dive bomb, and then you let it go back to neutral, and then I'll tune up again. To try and find the new home base for the pivot point, I guess, because it's so floating. So now, if I dive bomb, let's see if I can get it in tune now. E's out. G's out. It's starting to settle a bit. It's like that waiting for Godot play or whatever it is. Like, will he ever get it in tune? It's an hour and a half of this, guys. All right. That's better. Let's do some flutters. Yeah. Vintage trems can flutter a bit. Obviously it would be better with a distorted sound. Let's see how it's holding up in tune. Okay, I'll try and make it face you guys. There we go. It doesn't go completely out of tune for a 6-string trem. So that's, if let's see, I'll try and get the G string to go out of tune again. Sorry for this. Yeah, 2.5, there you go. Close enough. So the G is out. But let's see if our home bass method works. So if I just do a quick dive bomb. Oh, it's back! It's like the guitar just tuned itself. Who needs robo-tuners? So like you could be playing, do your whatever bends you want to do, and you're out of tune, but then you're back. Just a little quick wriggle. So these are all the methods you learn to keep a six-screw Trem in tune. Let's see if we can do some bends. Yeah, so it goes out, you quickly dip the whammy bar, it's back. And everything else should be like close enough that you could get through a song without having to tune again. Now, pulling up, the way I have this set up is that the high E goes a whole step, the B string I think is 1.5. So, what is that, a G? No, sorry, it's an A. A should go up to C. See, it goes like that. Whoa, that wasn't good. So that's 1.5, and then the G string should be 2 whole steps. So this D should go to F sharp. So you can do cool things, like if you do a little small bend, you could, that sort of dyad movement, you could go. And then this one's a cool one as well, so just, a root and a third of an F, that would go up to E flat major. Like, unfortunately, it's not like a B bend or a G bender. You can't just raise one string. But what I was going to say with that is when you raise the pitch, you'll pull it out of tune. Because my home bass is down, I prefer it like that. It's much easier to pull everything back in tune just by quickly going bam, and then it should be in tune. Well. Again, the strings will probably resolve eventually. So if I pull up, let's do it. So I'll pull up again. Let's see what's in tune. So I think the E goes out a bit. But it's not like ridiculously out. So even if you did just keep playing, just dive bomb it again, it should bring everything back to my home bass. So, how have I achieved this? I'm not a luthier. So I find some strats that when the Trem is floating, it stays in tune better for some reason. I know some people like to deck them, but I've found when it's floating, for some reason on certain strats, it stays in tune better. And I made it super high, which I think, looking at the angle, there's less of the string to bind on the string saddle, I think, because it's raised, so the string angle is a little bit different. I'm probably making shit up, it makes no difference. But let's talk about the real stuff that matters. Okay, nut slots have to be cut really, really well. I've got a Graphtec nut in there. I remove all the string trees, because anytime you have contact between the strings, so like, strings going through their saddles, the nut, the string trees, tuning pegs, you're introducing a chance for friction or strings to get caught, which would affect tuning. So I removed the string trees and instead put in locking tuners that have the staggered posts. So you can see there's enough of a break angle that a string tree isn't needed. I don't think locking tuners help with tuning stability. They just make it easier to change strings. But it also removes the chance of user error if someone's wound the string post in a really stupid way where it starts to bind and you hear those little cling noises. Because that's pretty much impossible because you're not really doing any winds on the string post. Another thing I saw this on a Chris Buck post. I put cherry chapstick in the saddles just to grease them up a bit because I find that sometimes the saddles where the string can bind as well. And another thing I did is I just gave up on trying to like care about this if this is symmetrical or not. You can see like I've only got 2 springs in there and it's not straight. I just did it until it felt balanced and I got the tuning that I want to, and that's where it ends up being. The strings I have on here also, which people will think wouldn't help tuning stability, I have 8s, 8 to 38s. So, sorry, Stevie Ray Vaughan. And don't ever break strings. A well set up guitar shouldn't break strings. So, I was thinking of getting like a Vega Trem or like a 2-point or something like that. But to be honest, it's a Wilkinson Trem. That's what came with the guitar. I'm loving the 6 screw. It's got a big steel block there. Full room to move as well. Like I said before, get a whole step, hole and a half, and then 2 whole steps. So like it's never going to be perfect. Like if I'm gigging and it's like a super hot day or something, or a super cold day or something like that, where things just throw guitars out of tune, maybe not. But for home recording or just home jamming, and you fully want to do the classic yeah, just do that. Let's see. Yeah, it's still in tune. And the strings will start to settle more once I play them, where dive bombs, I could do as many as I want and it shouldn't go out of tune. Pull up should pull the E out. Only slightly. The A is out a bit. And nothing else. And like there's probably an issue somewhere where I could fix the A so it stays in tune quite easily, but anyway, those were a very long, rambling set of tips that didn't have a linear start, middle, destination. It was like the Quentin Tarantino version of a guitar YouTube video. But hopefully you found it helpful. Anyway, see ya.